CNN Republican national security debate. Let's go right to the audience. Please give us your name and your organization.
I'm David Addington. I'm a vice president with the Heritage Foundation. Serious violence has erupted in Syria between the repressive al-Assad regime and some elements of the people of Syria. Syria borders a major ally of the United States, NATO ally Turkey, and 3 other friendly countries, Israel, Jordan, and Iraq. In your view, what are the interests of the United States in this region, and what would you do to protect them?
Herman Cain, you may not know this, but today Governor Perry called for a no-fly zone, for the U.S. to participate in a no-fly zone over Syria. Would you go that far? Would you support that?
No, I would not. I would work with our allies in the region to put pressure to be able to try and get our allies and other nations to stop buying oil from Syria. That would be one thing that I would do, but would not support a no-fly zone. The most effective tools that we have in any of these situations are a strong military, which it is getting weaker, unfortunately, and our own economic strength. This whole discussion tonight about cutting and compromise, we didn't spend enough time talking about the other part of the problem, growing this economy, because this administration has failed dismally at growing this economy. We can cut till the cows come home, but it still would not solve the problem until we have effective economic growth.
Governor Perry, why would you support a no-fly zone over Syria?
Obviously, that's one of a multitude of sanctions and actions that I think work very well from the standpoint of being able to pressure that regime, overt, covert, economic sanctions. I mean, I think there are a number of ways, but when you put the no-fly zone above Syria, it obviously gives those dissidents and gives the military the opportunity to maybe disband, that want to get out of the situation that they're in Syria as well. So I think if we're serious about Iran, and that's what we're really talking about here. We're talking about Syria is a partner with Iran in exporting terrorism all across that part of the world and around the globe. So if we're serious about Iran, then we have to be serious about Syria as well. So I think a no-fly zone is an option of one of a multitude of options that we should be using, and we should put them in place if we're serious about Iran not getting the nuclear weapon.
Governor Huntsman, let me bring you into this conversation. We just got a question from Twitter. I'll read it to you. So many people view the Arab Spring as a good thing.